At the ceremonial opening of the legal year 2025, Chief Justice Andrew Cheung inspected a ceremonial guard mounted by the police force at Edinburgh Place. In his opening remarks, Mr. Cheung said that the introduction of the Hong Kong National Security Law, complemented by local legislation enacted pursuant to Article 23 of the Basic Law, has brought with it cases that attract heightened attention due to their political sensitivity. He emphasised that the same principles of law apply in national security cases as in others.
The protection of basic rights is not a simplistic, one-dimensional issue. It often involves a delicate balancing act between individual freedoms and collective security, between the rights of the person and the responsibilities of the state. Striking the right balance can be challenging, and outcomes in individual cases may be contentious at times. Nor is the interpretation or application of newly enacted statutory provisions always straightforward. However, it is one thing to disagree with a legal provision or a court decision in applying it, but entirely another to suggest that the justice system has been undermined by political expectations or societal atmosphere. Judges, far from being designed to serve political ends, are bound by legal principles. Courts are not arbiters of public opinion, nor are they an extension of the prosecution authority. They are, above all, guardians of the law.
Mr. Cheung added that from a broader viewpoint, national security cases form but a small fraction of the court's work. He also acknowledged concerns about the recent departures of some overseas non-permanent judges from the Court of Final Appeal.
Indeed, the orchestrated harassment and pressures to which some of our overseas judges have recently been subjected are as deplorable as they are indicative of how politicized the office of an overseas non-permanent judge on the court has now become. And it is this broader context, reflective of the underlying geopolitical tensions, that must inform an impartial observer's understanding of the current situation. It is unfortunate that a few of these judges have felt unable to continue their service. They are, of course, entitled to their views, and their decisions ought to be respected. Still, the Court of Final Appeal continues to include both highly esteemed overseas and local non-permanent judges, and their continued participation alongside their full-time colleagues speaks to the enduring strength and resilience of the court. The presence or absence of individual judges, whilst important in its own right, will not undermine the integrity of the system.
Also speaking at the event, Secretary for Justice Paul Lam noted that the participation of eminent foreign judges in the work of the Court of Final Appeal does not only benefit Hong Kong, but also the common law world.
It's most regrettable that there were attempts, many from overseas, to exert improper pressures on foreign judges to dissociate themselves from the Hong Kong court. These attempts pose a threat to not only the rule of law in Hong Kong, but also the development of common law in general. The government is in full support of the judiciary and has continuous efforts to appoint and retain foreign MPJs in future.